Hello YouTube, and welcome to another episode of Ravenwood's Redneck Cooking Corner. Today we are going to be making some homemade vegetable beef soup. I know it's in a can, but it's still going to be homemade. So let me give you a quick rundown of what's going in this vegetable beef soup. And there I go, get the tongue tied. I forgot what I was going to say. Well, anyway, let me get you a little close up on that. Alright. If I had time, I'd go to the farmer's market and buy all these vegetables fresh, cook them and all that. But since I'm a working man and all this show is about speed and getting stuff cooked quick for dinner, so here we come with canned goods. Alright. By special request, there's going to be more mushrooms added this time. So I'm going to put one chicken cube in there. Mushrooms, some lima, some squash, onion, and that tomato okra, and different types of mixed vegetables. That gets you vegetable part. Some petite diced tomatoes with chilies, and some rotella. All right, there's a special here if you want to make it extra hot. Get the chilopi chipato. Yeah, you know. I can't pronounce it, but I messed up, got that one time. It was real warm, but it had a great flavor to it. When we make it with this, we call it the Louis Special vegetable beef soup or stew. So we're gonna set that to the side, and then we got the bunch of ground chuck, and we got that don't go in there. So we're gonna put that to the side, and of course we're cooking with a 9 milli. So we're gonna get started by browning the ground beef in this here skillet. So all right, let's get this party started. All right, while you're cooking the browning the ground beef, we're gonna start putting. Just tamp this down just a little bit. That's a lot of beef for this little frying pan here, but we're gonna make it work. So we're gonna start opening our cans, putting in the pot, start cooking them. So a lot of stuff. The cans come with really a lot too much water in it. So I'm gonna drain a lot of water off before we pour them in the pot. So there's that can now. We're gonna add our can of squash and stir it in just a little bit. This burner should be getting hot shortly. So let's open up another can. Alright, this is old fashioned, I know, but what the heck. I don't open that many cans. So, alright, this time we're going to try something a little bit different, add a little bit different taste. I'm going to put sweet cream style corn in there. Make it a little bit more fluidy. It looked like it was more cream than it was corn. I think I don't want to waste much and stir it up again. I don't know how that's going to act, but yeah, that gives it more soup. Then we'll throw in this here chicken bouillon cube. It'll break itself down. Try not to splash when you cramming too much hamburger into the pan, try not to splash it out. That grease gets on you and burn you or it catches the iron on fire, but just be careful with it. And it's starting to cook, so let's add a few more cans to it. Alright, gotta remember to keep stirring so it don't burn in the bottom. And I don't know about y'all, but that's starting to look pretty good right there. And before I forget, come in within about 6 months. There'll be a Ravenwood's Redneck Cooking Corner cookbook for sale on Amazon ebooks. So look for that. Alright, now we're going to get over here and chop these onions up. And I prefer sweet onion. You know the drill. Just be careful when you're cutting up your onions. So I'm gonna spare y'all the side of me cutting up these onions. So, well, let's get focused back on this good part over here. Hamburger's still brown, and I don't know how many pounds that was. So, but it's a lot. So, yeah, there's one little trick that I know about learning about cutting up onions. If you worry about slicing your fingers, hold your knife, use your hand as a guide, and tilt the blade, tilt the knife blade just a slight bit, and you decrease the chance of whacking your finger. So we're going to continue chopping up about like that consistency, and I'm bringing that to too much of a boil. So just stir. It smells good, and we're going to reduce the heat just a little bit to keep it from boiling as much. We want it to boil some. We gotta get the onions in there first. So we're going to turn that back down to right about there. And we'll let that cook a little bit more and let cook up the onions. These onions, they'll cook down a lot. So some people will cut a quarter of them, throw them in there, cook them down. That's still kind of chunky for me. So most of these will cook down so you don't have big chunks of onion in it. And we're going to let her continue to slightly boil, and might let it do that for 15-20 minutes. We're going to turn our attention back to this ground chuck or hamburger. So, you know, it's 80-20, but I still see a lot of grease coming up in it. Some people like to leave their burger kind of chunky when they put it in there, but I like to break mine down a lot more. I'm not really a chunky kind of guy, but whatever the way you like it, that's the way you can make it. Keep a stirring on that one. And another thing, I like to put cornbread in. Take a bowl and put one slice of cornbread in with the soup. Some people like crackers, some people like that, but I like it. And next we'll be learning how to make cornbread. So, all right. Okay. After we drain the grease, 20% of grease off this 80-20 ground chuck, we're gonna start putting it in the pot. And blend her right in. Let me get this hand so you can see better. I don't know how big of a family this will feed, but I know it'll feed a redneck probably about 4 days. I make one bowl tonight and probably about 3 to 4, yeah, about 4 bowls to bring to lunch at work. So now comes the boring part, but let's take a look at that. We're gonna sit here and let this simmer for 15 minutes maybe. I'll put the lid on it. You want to keep an eye on it, come stir it every 3-4 minutes. But one thing that's good about doing it this way, alright, there's no mess left, so I was able to clean as I go. So the only thing left to wash is this pot, this pan, and the spoon and the spatula. So we're going to end this video, and ain't no need to keep you hanging around. So this is episode, I think, 4. Raven's Redneck Cooking Corner. So peace out, YouTube. And have a blessed evening.